Y'all have been asking where I've been. Well, here we go. It's Monday, and we're going to make some red beans and rice. So I probably shouldn't be cooking because I'm on Oxy, then had a steroid shot, and on another medication that I never heard of for pain and inflammation. But these kids are gonna get a home-cooked meal. So we're going to make some red beans and rice, some fried chicken, and cornbread and green beans for them today. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off with just chopping up some celery. We're also gonna cut up some bell pepper as well. And I am just rough chopping it, and I'm gonna make it smaller once I get done cutting it. And no, I don't have any ham hocks or anything like that in it because I'm not gonna do any pork. And I know you can do turkey as well, but we're not doing all that. Like I said, I'm on drugs right now. They get what they get. And I know I'm not doing any type of extra like meat besides my sausage that's gonna be in there. But if you didn't want to do pork, I have done smoked turkey wings in there before, and it comes out really good to me. And I tear the meat up and put it into the beans, and I love it. It comes out real good. So you could do that too. So we're gonna add some oil. And we are gonna add in our onion, celery, bell pepper, and allow that to saute, allow that to sweat down. All right, so while the vegetables are doing their thing, I'm gonna cut up my beef smoked sausage. To me, this is my favorite to use. Shout out Hillshire, give your girl a little promotion, okay? Now with my sausage, only because I have smaller kids, I like to cut it in half like this and then cut them. So that way it is smaller pieces for my kids to eat. All right, so my veggies are about halfway done. And do 6 garlic cloves. Go ahead and smash that up in there. All right, so my veggies are done. I'm just gonna dump them in here because next I'm going to cook my sausage. I'm not trying to do too many pots and pans, so we're gonna do everything in one little pan, one little pot. All right, so I am actually gonna add some butter so my sausage don't stick. You can add oil. I prefer butter. Butter's better. Give it some more flavor. And y'all already know I went to culinary school in Paris and in France. In France, it's butter, butter, butter. Let that butter melt, in which it melted pretty quickly because it's already hot. Then I'm gonna go ahead and get my sausage, add my sausage in here. And y'all probably wondering why I'm on drugs. Well, not like a drug addict drugs, but drugs. I gotta go see an orthopedic for my neck, and I'm in excruciating pain. But right now, we ain't in excruciating pain, but we're gonna make some dinner for these kids. All right, so I got my sausage in here, and I don't want to hear about my nails. We're gonna use some Kitchen Time Creole seasoning, which you can go to my website, kitchentime.org, and purchase some Creole seasoning. We're gonna go ahead and season it, and this may seem like a lot of seasoning that I'm putting on, but it's really not, because I'm not gonna really season my beans once they go in the pot. All the seasoning really is gonna come from my sausage. I'm gonna add a little salt and a pinch of cayenne in it, and that's it. So we're gonna let these cook up, and I like mine to have a little bit of caramelization on it, so we're gonna let these cook. For all that goodness, we're gonna leave in the pot, and then I'm gonna throw everything in there. All right, so we're gonna add our veggies back in there, as well as our beans that I soaked overnight. Then we're gonna add some water, and you're gonna add enough to cover the beans, maybe like this much over the beans. Once we have all the water in there, then we're gonna go ahead and add some bay leaf and thyme, throw that in there, and we're gonna let that cook. I'm not gonna add any seasoning right now because like I said, I have a lot of seasoning on my sausage, and that's gonna season the pot, but I take the sausage out because don't nobody want no soggy sausage. We're gonna add that later when it's almost done cooking. And we're gonna bring this to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, Then we are going to have it on a low simmer and allow it to cook until they are nice and easy and squeezable. That's it. All right, so my beans are ready for me to add in my sausage. And the way I test if my beans are ready, I can squish it. It's not as soft as I want it to be fully cooked, but I can still squish it with my fingers. So it's almost all the way cooked. Probably about 75% there. So we're gonna go ahead and add that sausage. And I'm gonna get all of this out of here as well and add into here. And like I said, we're gonna get all that because all that is some good old seasoning. So we're gonna get all of that and dump that in there and give everything a good mix. I'm gonna come back in like 10 minutes, taste the flavor, see if I need to add a little bit of salt and a little bit of cayenne. Usually I just add a pinch of cayenne. All right, so I do need some salt in here. So I am just gonna get a little salt and add that in there. I don't need to add any cayenne because honestly, it's enough little kick in here for my kids level. I love spicy, so I probably add a little cayenne to my own, but it's good. That's good right there. All right, so my beans are the softness that I want it to be. So what I'm gonna do is gather some beans off onto the side of the pot and I'm gonna smash them. And when I'm smashing them and putting it back into the pot, what it's releasing that starchiness, so it will thicken up the water in your red beans, and so your red beans won't be runny. If you like your red beans runny, go ahead, but I don't like mine super thick or super runny, but I do like in between consistency. So I'm just gonna smash some of these beans up and it's just gonna release that starchiness to thicken everything up. So this is how the pot looks with the red beans. They are done. And I'm gonna let them just sit for a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and take this out. Now this is how red beans supposed to look. Get you some rice, get you some sausage, get you some beans. One bite. Y'all see that smoke? One bite. I like to eat mine with some cornbread and some hot sauce. And I'm good to go.